Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're in a Swiss 6222 draft. Eldritch Moon, Shadows over Innistrad. I said in a few drafts ago, at least, they're going to be getting rid of the Swiss drafts, possibly forever, possibly temporarily, while they try out these draft leagues. So in the meantime, I did say I will be doing 8-4s, which is true. In between 8-4s, I'm probably going to be doing some Phantom Sealed. So tune into that as well. And please, if you like the content, subscribe and like the videos. Thank you. All right. Slamming Nahiri's Wrath is a really good card. It's also Clear Shot and Lone Rider. I do love Lone Rider. And Vexing Scuttler and Weaver. As per usual in all Eldritch Moon packs, there's a million amazing, powerful cards. But Nahiri's Wrath is going to be the pick for us. Very awesome mythic. Okay. So what is our follow-up pick? Well, we can take Choking Restraints. We can take Ride Down. Ride Down's more of a card that wheels. We can take Dusk Feaster, which I think is a bomb. It's a really strong card. Drag Under. As per usual, a lot of good cards. So do I want to go red-white? I mean, Choking Restraints seems like the best card. Pretty permanent removal. Dusk Feaster is a bomb, though. I could just take it. And if you're going to play Dusk Feaster anywhere, red-black is the place to do it. That's pretty reasonable. Because it's a vampire. I guess green-black is a great place for it, too. You can also splash Nahiri's Wrath. I don't know. I almost feel like Dusk Feaster is the best card in the pack. Like, if you pay 5 mana for a 4/5 flying, you're winning. If you pay 7, you're really not, but we'll take the Dusk Feaster. I've had some pretty amazing experiences with it. I think it's a bomb. Okay, we can take Constrictor. We can take Captive. We can take Certain Death. There's an Alchemist Greeting in red, which is pretty good. I like the Captive probably the most. Even though that puts us in 3 color, the kind of nice thing about that is green. As long as green is one of your base colors, that tends to work really well. And I love Captive. This card is phenomenal. So I probably am just going to take Captive over Constrictor and Certain Death and Greeting and Prey Upon, because ramp and a fatty at the end of the rainbow is pretty awesome. Ooh, Brazen Wolves, very good. Foul Emissary, good card too. Not as good as the Brazen Wolves. Could also work towards red-green. I'm okay with that too. Like, I love Brazen Wolves. It's much better than Borrowed Malevolence. Much better than Gorger, I think. And much better than Emissary. All right, taking the Wolves. Wow, Clear Shot. That's a gift. Take that over the Vilden Pack Outcast, even though I love the Outcast. All right, Backwoods Survivalist. I'm going to take it over Grapple and Borrowed Hostility. I've just come to love this card. I feel like whenever I play it up, I'm always... If there's one trend I've noticed, Backwoods Survivalist is typically in my deck when I'm winning. This card is very good. If you're ever paying 4 mana for a 5/4 trample, you're doing it really, really well. Okay. Seems like a fine opportunity to take the Deranged Whelp. It also is a wolf. Let's not overlook that. This will be our 3rd wolf. You don't really tend to get rewarded for that until a 3rd pack with the Howl Pack Resurgence and Moonlight Hunt and such, but I like Deranged Whelp. 2 mana, 2 power menace. Can't really ask for a lot more than that. All right. You can take the Alchemist's Greeting now. I'm okay with that. Over Crop Sigil and Woodcutter's Grit. All right. So now we have Grit, Reaver and Field Creeper. I think we're going to do the Field Creeper. Reaver, obviously a better body, but I'd rather have the better Delirium Enabler. We've only got one Delirium card right now, but we could certainly find some more. And I don't know. I think I like Field Creeper more than Wicker Witch. I'd rather pay one less mana and get one less power, I believe. Swift Spinner's playable. It's not super exciting, but it's certainly a playable card. And it actually is kind of nice with the werewolves from Shadows over Innistrad, because you can flip your werewolves and then cast this on your opponent's turn. Sometimes you get them. Sometimes Swift Spinner gets them. Ooh, Providence. Take Swift Spinner number 2. Continue cutting green. Ooh. Well, I like to see the only cards left being red and green. We're going to take the Grit because it's a playable combat trick. Supplicant can be annoying. Alright, we're just going to let someone have the contingency plan. Although that card is, not for a while, but there's been a couple times where that card has like surprised me. It's done things. It actually did things. Ah, Thalia. You're probably not worth much these days, are you? Man, Faith Unbroken in here too? Jeez. What are you worth, Thalia? What are you worth? 1 ticket? Nah, we're good. I think we'll probably take the Dryad. I love Death Touch. This one is good. Plus, more rewards for playing Field Creeper. I'll take it. Another Ride Down too? Sheesh. Alright. Dryad it is. There is an Emerge card in there, but whatever. I don't love it. I don't love it. I do love Vilden Pack Outcast, though. I think I just want to take it. Actually, this pack doesn't have much else for us, does it? Guess not. But Outcast is fantastic, so we'll take it. Alright. So now we have Geistfield Scarecrow, which I'm leaning towards. We also have Thermo Alchemist. This doesn't strike me as the deck for it. We have Clear Shot, Nahiri's Wrath, Woodcutter's Grit currently. And Alchemist Greeting. I'd rather probably just have the body of Geistfield Scarecrow. Like, I already don't really want to run 2 Swift Spinners. And Scarecrow's pretty awesome. Efficiently costed Beat Stick. Hunweir Battlements. Well, if I had the Garrison, I would take it. But, alas, I do not. So we can take a second Greeting. Second Field Creeper. I guess the second Greeting. This card's really not that good unless you have Madness Outlets, but technically Nahiri's Wrath does work with it kind of well, actually. For 5 mana, just nuke a bunch of things and then nuke another thing. You could discard 1 card and nuke 2 things. That's not bad. Alright, take the Greeting. Yeah, well, Bloodbriar, I mean, if I had things I was sacking, do I have anything I'm sacking? I don't think so. Nope. Alright. Take the Weaver. It's not really the deck for it. It's more of a blue-red deck, but blue-red deck card, but it's fine. I mean, we have some investments already, right? The Captive, the Outcast. So, having something with reach that can ping little dudes, I don't have a problem with that. Still yet to find a time where I really want Crop Sigil. Like, we're not dedicated Delirium. We do have Nahiri's Wrath, so we have Sorcery, Instant, Artifact Creature, Sorcery. So we have Sorceries, we have an Instant. We don't really have a ton of instants, and we don't have that Grapple from the past, so feels like Crop Sigil's probably not going to do enough. But that being said, do I really want anything else in here? I'm probably not playing Innkeeper. I've already got enough 4-drops, I would say. I'm not going to play Outburst. I don't really want to hate pick something. Chances are pretty low I play Crop Sigil, but if I do pick up like an Obsessed Skinner or something, I'll probably play it. Captain, what are our humans? A Weaver, a Survivalist. It's pretty low, but It is a grizzly bear at worst, so alright, we'll take it. Prefer to not play Impaler, Mornwillows, whatever. Mutation might just be the most playable card here. I mean, I prefer to not play Impaler. I think the chances are pretty low that we end up with an Impaler. So I might just hate a mutation here. Maybe I just take the Impaler just in case. Just seems so unlikely I would play it. Alright, I mean, the thing about Impaler is I've actually had it do things. I know, disgusting, right? So here's another field creeper, but I think we'll probably just take the patrol this time. We do have a captain now, so a little more human incentive. It's not like field creepers that good anyway. Alright, Wolfkin Bond. Forgive the car alarm in the background. Wolfkin Bond we can play. If we get Wolf rewards, it'll be good. Consecrator, Cathar's Shield, Distemper of the Blood. Why did I always think it was Distemper of Blood? Distemper of the Blood. It's because no one ever plays this card, except me in the beginning of the format. Accidentally thinking it was an instant. And boy, oh boy, would it be a good card if it was an instant. Alright, we'll take the green card. Campaign of Vengeance. You know, I've had a couple decks where I've gotten to play it. It's a really good card, actually. Alright. Take the Wailing Ghoul. I'm just not going to play Stensia Banquet, obviously. So, cards I would like to cut from the final product here. A Swift Spinner. I'd like to cut this. I'd like to cut this. Currently want to cut this. And everything else, I guess, is pretty playable. Obsessive Skinner. That seems like what we want here. Awesome card. Well, Crop Sigil just got a little more interesting. So did Hamlet Captain. Alright, taking Skinner. And we're happy about it. This pack also has Heir of Falconwrath, which is a fantastic card. Twins, which is very good. I love Strength of Arms. Throttle is good. Nothing else too crazy good in here. I've had Confirmed Suspicions do some work before. And Rise from the Tides. My old friend, Rise from the Tides. How I miss those blue-red spells decks. I mean, they have blue-red spells now, but the triple shadows one was kind of cool. A little bit more interesting, I would say, than the Eldritch Moon shadows one. That one feels a little more straightforward. The blue-red Rise from the Tides deck was a little more, I don't know, felt like more of a deck that got brewed and put together. Ooh, Breakneck Rider? Yeah, Breakneck Rider is a fantastic card. Definitely taking over True Faith, but True Faith's probably a close second because we actually have a few humans now, right? And even if we didn't have a ton, it'd still be good with like Death Touch Dude or Big Fat Fatties with Trample. All right. Rider in. Consecrator out. Ooh, Pack Guardian? It's an awesome card. We have Heirloom. How many flip cards do we have? We have Captive, Rider, Outcast. Not quite enough, but Pack Guardian's fantastic, so happy to take that. And Impaler, get out of here. So looking pretty good. All right. Courier seems like a fine card to pick up here. Actually, Weaver of Lightning's kind of on the chopping block now. I actually think the card's fine, but like I said, this really isn't the deck for it. Besides having a Hamlet Captain, which we don't even really need the Hamlet Captain. But we'll take the Byway Courier. Maybe if we end up with enough humans, we'll end up doing it. I think first we'll cut the Swift Spinner. We'll put in our nice little Byway Courier. Be okay with that. I suppose the Wolfkin Bond can probably get cut from the deck at some point too. Are we really trying out Crop Sigil? Well, I believe so. So what do we have here? We have Howlpack Wolf, Loam Dryad, Neonate. How many wolves do we have? We've got Captive Whelp, Rider, Brazen, Pack Guardian, Outcast. That's only 6. I was kind of hoping for more. But we can be pretty beat down, I guess, if we take the Howlpack Wolf and I guess cut the Wolfkin Bond at this point. Howlpack Wolf's, I mean, this is like the ideal color scheme for it, so we can try and make it work. Nothing else here we really care about. Logger and Wolf. Well, I think we're taking Jenny Loggins here. She's pretty awesome. Man, these late inspectors. All right, Weaver's out. Logger in. I have a lot of creatures, not so much removal. Well, aim high is good, but I think we want this Kindred. Like, we have a decent amount of wolves now, and that's a pretty relevant ability, so... what am I cutting for it? I guess we'll figure it out at the end. Maybe the other Swift Spinner. We didn't get really any flippy werewolves other than Logger and Breakneck Rider, so I don't need to play Swift Spinner for that. I do like that most of our curve is under the Geistfield Scarecrow. It's usually a really good sign. That's where I think Scarecrow tends to shine in moments like that quite a bit. Well, we have an Embry Wolf, but I kind of want the Arsonist because I think it's better. I actually like Embry Wolf, but I think Arsonist is a pretty awesome card. So we'll take it. Loam Dryad. Wow. Tide's Wield. Am I going to play Loam Dryad? We have no need for it other than ramping, and our deck is pretty cheap as it is. Plus, we have the better captive. Yeah, probably just hate the Tides. If someone is in blue-red spells, which typically someone is, they would love to have that card. Alright, we can take the Tormenting Voice. I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm not going to play Equestrian Skill or Skeleton Key, I don't think so. I mean, you know, honestly, I'm trying to think. Tormenting Voice might just be better for our deck than Crop Sigil. Aim high. Yeah, we'll take it here. I think we might just find a way to fit it in here too, because we've got a few creatures we could probably cut, or at least a couple. All right, take this. We don't need the Wicker Witch. We don't need the Loam Dryad either, though. Okay, so we ended up with a pretty cool looking little deck here. I mean, Tormenting Voice and Crop Sigil both feed Delirium pretty well. I could just give Crop Sigil a chance. It has done things, but I feel like we're kind of beat down, which isn't super conducive to cards like... playing cards like Crop Sigil, in my opinion. Let's separate here. Alright, so we need to cut 4 cards. I think 17 lands is fine for this deck. Admittedly, Alchemist Greetings are pretty whatever, but... So I'd rather run Aim High than Woodcutter's Grit. And I think I want the Tormenting Voice. Kind of helps when you get flooded. And like I said, it feeds the Delirium. I could just run them both. Maybe just do Crop Sigil and Tormenting Voice. Give it a try. Like, we can pretty easily cut Loam Dryad. I don't think we need it. Our deck's curve is low already. I probably can cut the Grit. And I need to cut... I could cut 2 creatures, probably. How many humans do we have for Hamlet Captain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8. It's actually not that bad. I could just cut the Woodland Patrol because it's a whatever card anyway. It's got Vigilance, but I don't really care about Woodland Patrol. I'd much rather play Courier and investigate. Trade with something and investigate rather than, you know, probably not be able to attack into my opponent anyway. And I think the Howlpack Wolf is probably just better because the extra toughness when attacking. tends to be relevant. I don't know. That's actually debatable, especially considering we have the Hamlet Captain. But we have how many wolves? We have a good mix of wolves and humans. We have the whelp, the logger, the captive, the rider, the kindred, the brazen, the pack guardian. Yeah, we actually have more wolves than humans, so that makes sense. So I probably cut one more creature. I feel like we keep all these spells. As awkward as 2 Alchemist Greeting is in a deck that actually can't, cheat it out, I think it's a card that our deck kind of needs. We basically just have one combat trick, one-sided fight spell, a bomb removal spell, and then a couple greetings. So no burn spells. We kind of need the greetings. So one more cut. I kind of want to keep the Field Creeper. What's all our Delirium, though? So we have Gnarlwood Dryad, we have the Skinner, and we have Survivalist. It's only 3 cards. What's our card types? This is like sorcery that probably dumps a land. Instant, sorcery that dumps a bunch of cards. Sorcery, enchantments. So, and artifact creature. The artifact creatures are actually kind of important for getting Delirium, I think. So I need to make one more cut. It could be the Hamlet Captain. Hamlet Captain's pretty reasonable, but I feel as though I like everything else more. I probably like Captain equally to Field Creeper, but I'm giving a slight edge to the Field Creeper just to really ensure we can really make sure that we can get that Delirium. How many humans did we have? Wasn't it like 7 or something, or was it? I think it's 7 now after that Woodland Patrol cut. It is 7, and remember, these flip out of humans too, which is an actual thing to note. So 3 of our 7 humans, there's a chance that they're not humans. Let's just cut the Captain. I like the card. I think the rest of what we're doing is probably better. So let's try this little bad boy out. Well, I guess we'll do 9/8 mountains. They agree. And run it like this. Yeah, this deck's fine. I don't think the curve's bad, and we're doing important stuff over here, so yeah, this seems fine. All right. Here you go. Red-green werewolves. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1.